what if I told you? The boys just introduced a character whose death was so brutal. It changed the entire history of the Seven forever. Yes, it's officially confirmed that Jared Padalecki is joining the boys as Mr. Marathon. But here's the thing. Most fans have no idea how dark this character actually is. From a horrifying death, to hidden secrets in the show, to a possible connection with Soldier Boy, this character might be way more important than you think. Let's break it down. The original speedster before A-Train. Before A-Train became the face of speed in the Seven, Mr. Marathon held that position as one of the original members. In the comics, he's part of the early lineup alongside Homelander and Queen Maeve, filling the exact role we now associate with super speed. But like most Suppies in this universe, he wasn't a true hero. He existed as a corporate asset created by Vought, designed for branding, marketing, and public image rather than actual heroism. His presence established the template for speedsters in the Seven, meaning A-Train wasn't a new idea. He was simply a replacement for something that had already gone very wrong. The catastrophic plane incident. Mr. Marathon's story is tied to one of the most disturbing events in the boys' comics, a failed attempt by the Seven to stop a terrorist attack involving a hijacked plane. Unlike the TV show version, where Homelander abandons passengers, the comics take it further by showing the team actively trying and completely failing. After neutralizing the threat on board, the Seven realize they have no plan to safely land the aircraft. Panic spreads as their lack of real hero skills becomes obvious. Their interference only makes things worse, causing the plane to spiral out of control, setting up a disaster that Vought would later bury. His brutal and meaningless death. As the plane begins to fall apart, Mr. Marathon faces a fatal limitation. He cannot fly. While others attempt to escape, he's left trapped in a collapsing situation. In desperation, he clings to Homelander, begging him to make one final attempt to save the plane and the civilians on board. Homelander does try, but the force and instability are too extreme. The aircraft tears apart mid-air, and in that violent chaos, Mr. Marathon is killed instantly. It's not heroic or meaningful. It's chaotic, accidental, and brutal. His death perfectly represents the core theme of the boys. These heroes are dangerously unqualified. Vaught's massive cover-up. After the incident, Vought doesn't reveal the truth. Instead, they completely rewrite the narrative, turning Mr. Marathon into a heroic martyr who died in service. The company buries all evidence of the Seven's failure and presents a clean, emotional story to the public. This manipulation protects their brand and allows them to maintain control over their image. Mr. Marathon's death becomes a tool, a symbol used for marketing and propaganda. The reality, however, is far darker, as his death was not a sacrifice, but a direct result of incompetence and panic from the very team meant to protect people. A-Train's replacement pressure. Following Mr. Marathon's death, Vought recruits A-Train to fill the speedster role in the Seven. But this isn't a simple replacement. It comes with heavy expectations. Publicly, A-Train is stepping into the shoes of a legendary hero, even though that legend is built on lies. Internally, he's treated as expendable and inferior, especially as a newer member of the team. This dynamic creates tension and reflects how Vought values image over truth. A-Train's struggle to live up to a false legacy mirrors the toxic structure of the Seven, where reputation matters more than reality. Hidden mentions in the show. Even though Mr. Marathon hasn't appeared physically in the show yet, he has been referenced multiple times. In Vought productions like Dawn of the Seven, his name appears as part of the in-universe history. Dialogue from characters like Ashley confirms that he was once a member before A-Train and that his tenure was shorter. There are also subtle hints about his lifestyle, including stories of misuse of power and access within Vought Tower. These references establish him as a real figure in the show's timeline, suggesting that his disappearance or absence is intentional and possibly tied to a larger hidden narrative. His return and Soldier Boy connection. Now that Mr. Marathon is officially entering the show, new theories are emerging about his role. One key detail is his connection to Soldier Boy, with hints suggesting admiration or history between them. However, footage showing conflict between the two raises questions about their true relationship. Another possibility is that Mr. Marathon knows critical information about early Compound V experiments, making him valuable and dangerous. If he holds secrets tied to Vought's past, that could explain why he's being targeted. His return isn't random. It likely connects to deeper storylines involving power, control, and hidden history. The Seven needs a replacement. The Seven has always maintained its number, no matter how many members die or disappear. With recent losses creating gaps in the roster, Vought needs a way to restore its iconic structure. Bringing back Mr. Marathon offers a perfect solution, not just practically, but narratively. A returning original member creates a strong PR story, allowing Vought to market his comeback as a legacy revival. This fits perfectly with their pattern of controlling public perception. Whether he becomes a full member again, or simply a temporary asset, his presence could reshape the team's dynamics. Mr. Marathon isn't just another new character. He's a piece of the Seven's broken history, finally coming back into the spotlight. From a brutal death to a massive cover-up, from hidden references to possible connections with Soldier Boy, his story is filled with dark twists. The real question is whether the show will follow the comics or completely reinvent his fate. Either way, one thing is clear. His return will not be simple, and it definitely won't be safe. So what do you think? Is he here to survive, or is history about to repeat itself?